And so you out here looking dumb and looking stupid trying to be like everybody else when you was never built like that and you was never prepared for that type of lifestyle. That's not what you was groomed for. Your father never intended for that to happen. Your mother never intended for you to be out here in these streets. And now you out here looking like a man. Let me tell you something. It was this chick. I'm gonna just call her Jay. And I'm real cool with her even to this day. But it was this chick and I'm gonna call her Jay, right? And Jay was raised in a very, very, very good household. I mean, so good. And this is the honest to God true story. They don't believe me. Hey, Rita, can you get my mother on the phone real quick? My mother is familiar with all of these different types of chicks. You know why? Say what? My mom. My mother is familiar with all of these type of chicks because contrary to popular belief, these chicks used to be coming by my crib, trying to bust my fucking door down, trying to get in touch with my mom to get me to come and kick it with them. And no, you got to go, baby girl. And let's just say Jay. Jay was very, very, she was supposed to be a good girl. And she was raised in a phenomenal household. I mean, her household was so great. Her mother had so much money that they had ranches and they had horses and all of that type of stuff. And one of the things that we used to do, her mom, and this was before I ever had a license or anything like that. Like I wasn't driving. I was still in I was early in high school. And her mom used to take us horseback riding on their property. I mean, they had acres and acres of property and all of this other type of stuff, right? And Jay, I had got to Jay. Let me see that. Hey, boo.
Hey, Anton, what's happening?
I'm on the live stream. So don't say no names. You remember that girl I used to talk to and her name started with a J? Back when I was younger?
Tell me more.
Her parents had horses.
Yes,
You remember her?
yes.
What do you think about her? Yo, honest to God thoughts about her. What did you think about her?
Ooh, wee, that's hard to say because I don't remember her like that. Honestly don't remember her that in that just enough to give you that answer. I don't remember her
Do you
that
think she
well.
was a good girl or was she a hoe?
I think she was a hoe.
Why do you think she was a hoe?
I don't know because she was. I don't know. She was just. I remember. I think she was like too out there. Too much going on, doing too much.
But she wasn't supposed to be like that.
No, she wasn't. She had good foundation, but I think she was just a little too loose.
I
I
agree.
remember that. But that's about it.
I agree.
That,
And it's funny because her grandmother was so sweet and all of that. And her mother had resources and she had all of this other type of stuff. And she was just determined to be for the streets.
I remember it like that. But I thought, yeah. But as far as her being like a good girl,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't. Not necessarily. She was doing too much. I would just describe her like that. She was doing too much,
I agree.
especially for her to have the background she had, the parents and the foundation.
I agree. I agree 100%. All right.
That's
Thank you.
about it. That I can give you.
No, that's cool. I mean, how do you even remember all of these women?
They kind of blur together. But if you give me, when you give me a little more to work with, then it's like, okay, yeah, I remember her. Yep, I can remember that one. Like that. But to just off the top of my head, I wouldn't remember it.
But you know what? They always treated you with respect.
Yeah, they did. Yes, I have to say
They
that.
none of them ever got out of line with you. Not one of them ever got
No,
out of line.
they knew who to play with. No, but they did. They did. They treated me with respect, and I didn't have problems out of them personally.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Thank you, baby.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
See ya. When I tell y'all that this junk is real, it's a lot of women that I done seen fall to the wayside. And Jay, she wasn't supposed to be like this. She wasn't. Jay was not supposed to be like this. She was supposed to be a good girl. We used to go horseback riding and all of that, and I seen it in her, right? Because my OGs had taught me the game, and so you never fall in love with it. But she was a moment, and she was cool, and she was good at what she did, right? But the interesting thing about it is that so she was from a completely different part of the state, but she wound up staying down in the city visiting her grandmother, right? And her grandmother was a super sweet girl. So way out further is where her mother stayed and all of this other type of stuff. But she would come down and visit her grandmother. And I seen her one day. And so, we did our thing or whatever. And I seen her, I talked to her, I pulled her. At that time, you get phone numbers or whatever like that. And she just got turned out. You know what I'm saying? Because she got exposed to and started seeing a lifestyle and things that she was never supposed to be exposed to in the first place. And she started admiring how it was that other people was living that wasn't a part of her lifestyle. It wasn't even supposed to be a part of her fabric. And next thing you know, this chick, she goes off or whatever. And so it was the summertime that I met her, and she goes off, she goes back to school. And then a couple years later, she hit me up like, yo, come through or whatever, so on and so forth. And I'm like, all right, cool, what up? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? I come through because I was driving by that time and everything like that. So I come through, and all she want to do is just have sex. And I'm like, it turned me off. Like, it literally turned me off because it was just like, yo, because when I seen her, she looked different. She looked wilder. I was talking to her. She said that she was about to try to start being a rapper and all of this other type of shit. And I'm like, you about to start being a rapper? And then, she just got straight to it. She started acting like a nigga with the sex. Like, yo, I just, you know what I'm saying? What's up? We doing this or what on that type of shit? And I'm like, nah. Nah. I don't even really feel safe here right now. Let me get over the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Her grandmother had passed away, and so her grandmother had left her the crib. And so instead of them getting rid of the crib or renting it out or selling it, she up there, you know what I'm saying, hanging up in there with her homegirls and all of that. I mean, this girl had turned from innocent, cool chick that was getting a little buzzed down to straight up for the streets. I want to be a rapper, a whole nother type of person. And she wasn't even supposed to be that. She was never supposed to be that. That's never what she was groomed for. Even to the point to where her parents had to disown her. Her parents had to disown her because she completely was outside of her mind, and she had been given access and exposed to things that she was never supposed to be exposed to in the first place.